Today we're getting into Jamey Johnson on the channel for the first time with In Color. And this one we just stumbled upon. It just came up on the radar. So if you have any other recommendations for Jamey Johnson, you know what to do. Drop it down low in the comment section. And apparently Jamey had an interesting path, his trajectory towards becoming a country artist, and obviously a successful one as well, based on the awards that this one got, which were...
He won a Song of the Year for the Country Music Awards and the American Country Music Awards. So in 2009, he won both of those awards for Song of the Year.
There you go. Put Sam on the spot as usual, guys. It's my favorite thing to do. And
quiz time.
So he obviously had success, but he didn't go there right away. And his past started with being a Marine, actually, I think in like 1975 or something like that.
Yeah, he started as a Marine and did that for a while. And then his love for music, I guess, brought him to being a songwriter and gained traction in Nashville. I think we had read that he wrote a song for Trace Adkins.
Yeah.
Honky Tonk Badonk Donk. And then...
we have not done Trace Adkins on the channel.
No, but I have heard that song name before. It sticks in my head because it's like a funny one. I don't know if I've heard the song, but I know the song name.
Okay.
And then he became an artist himself, which is really cool. Like, it's not often you hear that somebody starts as a songwriter and they are doing that, but not an artist yet, and then transforms into an artist later.
Right. Yeah. So Marine, songwriter, then country superstar. So clearly this guy's got some talent. And that's why we had to check him out. And it sounds like this one's got an interesting vibe to it and maybe some storytelling. So I'm looking forward to that, which is always a great experience when we get into a country classics or country music in general. We've been kind of going back in time and into like maybe the 60s or earlier around there for a lot of the country that we've gotten into on the channel, but not more recent country. But this sounds like it kind of goes back to those roots to a degree. So obviously we do a little bit of research, but not too much because we don't want to ruin the surprise. But I'm looking forward to that vibe of maybe what a modern take on country looks like while keeping true to the roots.
Yeah, like that wholesome vibe still.
Yeah, well, you ready to find out if that's the case?
I am. Let's do it.
Let's go.
I said, Grandpa, what's this picture here? It's all black and white, and it ain't real clear. Is that you there? He said, yeah, I was 11. And times were tough back in 35. That's me and Uncle Joe just trying to survive a cotton farm and a Great Depression. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. Oh, and this one here was taken overseas in the middle of hell in 1943 in the wintertime.
World War II.
Almost see my breath. That was my tail gunner, old Johnny McGee. He was a high school teacher from New Orleans, and he had my back right through the day we left. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. A picture's worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color.
Love it. Love it already. We're halfway through the song, and I am loving it. And it definitely is interesting because it has we mentioned in the beginning how I was wondering how this was going to go mix the modern vibe with the classic vibe. And it's got this climactic build, which I feel like we experience a lot in the modern country essence, but it stays true to like the storytelling and the emphasis on the lyrics and how important they are to country music.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like the lyrics are really fantastic in the sense that the concept, obviously, in color with black and white photos. You're going back in time. It starts with, is it grandfather, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, telling the story about my experience and black and white and all these memories that I have. But boy, it would have been a little more impactful if you could have experienced that in color, in real life, in real time. You can't get the full weight of it from these pictures because, these huge events, the Great Depression, World War II, really impactful moments on people's lives. And then, this one person lived through both of those. Really wild stuff. And it's really at its core, it is what country is all about, just capturing the weight, the emotion, and the storytelling.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. And like you had said, I think that like the black and white and color is a good analogy, but also even just like, I feel like, taking it a step further, like a photograph is a great analogy for, like you were saying, something that you can see, but you can't actually fully grasp because you didn't experience it yourself. Right. And I think that the only thing I was going to add to what you said, because I agree with all of that, is that he has this like deep baritone style voice. And I feel like that was also very prominent in, going back in some of the country that we've done. It's kind of like deep, manly, like, storytelling voice. I feel like he encapsulates that so well.
Yeah, it's definitely a little more rugged of a vibe than, some of the more modern pop-based country, which is like, let's sing along and have a good time.
Exactly.
Kind of thing,
I get
right?
this, like, I envision him, like, his voice makes me think that he was just, like, out on the field, like, on a tractor or something, like, baling the hay.
Let's keep that tractor rolling.
1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color. This one is my favorite one. This is me and Grandma in the summer sun, all dressed up the day we said our vows. You can't tell it here, but it was hot that June. That rose was red and her eyes were blue, and just look at that smile. I was so proud. That's the story of my life, right there in black and white. And if it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. Yeah, pictures worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color. Should have seen it in color.
Really all around a great creative project. I really liked the video as well.
Really well done.
It was stripped down. It was simple, which, kind of correlates to country never overdoes anything. They don't really need the bells and the whistles too much. And, just the shots of him in this room with the spotlight on him and then the shots of the photographs. And honestly, I had a little bit of a heart attack because one of the photographs looked exactly like my grandparents. I was like, wait a second, is that my, like, I literally thought that for a second because they looked exactly like my grandparents. And so bringing back memories for me, even with this one. And I really like the layering of the strings as well. I think that they did that well. There was subtle use of it, but it added a little more depth to the song. And it wasn't repetitive. I thought that, the refrains came into the right places. So I really did enjoy this one.
Yeah, I thought it was really well done. And I really liked, like you said in the video, that they showed the photographs because I feel like that made it have more emotional weight. Like you could kind of put faces to some of the people who've been through some of the things that he was talking about, and I think that, when you get later on in your life and you look back, it's like all you really have is memories and photographs, right? So like it says a picture is worth 1,000 words, and it really is, but nobody can ever put that into full context of the feeling of how it was in that moment other than you, right?
Yeah,
So,
and it kind of makes me want to like go and get like actual photographs developed.
yeah.
Because like it's not the same when you look at it on your phone
I
or something
agree.
like that. Like when you bring out like a photo, like a book of photographs,
Mhm.
it's like it's got some more nostalgia to it to a degree. And I feel like I don't know, when you look at it like on a phone or something, it just almost doesn't feel real.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think too that because our cameras are so accessible now, like you get like 8 billion pictures of
Yeah, they're all good.
everything. Whereas like back in, these black and white photographs, or even in like the disposable camera era or whatever, right? It was like,
Rare.
yeah, you only had so many pictures that you could take. And then once the camera was done, it was done,
Yeah.
right? So it was like you cherished and you preserved those photos because they weren't like a dime a dozen type thing.
You don't have 10,000 pictures of Tiffany on your phone like we do. Because you know that it's a rare occurrence when you do take a photograph. So anyways, guys, I enjoyed this one. You enjoyed it as well, right?
I
Tim?
did, yeah.
Make sure you let us know if there's anything else that you'd like us to check out. Drop a comment down below. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you forgot about this song and you want somebody else to remember it, share this video with somebody, guys. That's how the YouTube algorithm recognizes that people are enjoying the video and it's supporting our channel. And we really do appreciate that. So we would encourage you to do so. If not, no worries. If you just want to hang out, if you want to hit that like button, if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to subscribe, it's fine. It's cool. Don't worry. We're not haters. It's all good. We love you. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.